You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snakewood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. It sure is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow a succession. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. Those are the 7 C's. As we navigate these 7 C's, I'm the captain of the mission, SPI Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway, Mr. 1597 himself. Yes, my family and friends, it is once again time for some R&R. R&R Random Reactions with SPI Easty VJ Keyway. White man felt like it was a good idea to pull a rifle out on a black film crew. And so with no further, and we also, let me announce, we're getting this reaction from the channel Taylor House Publishing today. We back over there, getting familiar with dude. No further ado, let's see what this white man and the film crew has been up to.
You need to go. You going to jail. You need to go to jail.
Hey, this man brought a rifle out here.
No, you go back. I want him to do it if he has rain. He's got to have rain for real.
Hey, this dude right here. Yeah. Yeah. And now y'all see this, right? Right here brought a rifle out. We filming a movie. He brought a rifle, a real rifle, thinking that we're protesting. We ain't protesting. Ain't nobody being hostile. You're drunk, bro, with a rifle in public. In public. It don't matter, bro. You brought a gun out here. You brought a gun out here. What's your name, bro? Say your name. Say your name.
My name is Danny.
Danny what?
Danny.
Danny what?
Danny. You refer to me as Danny.
Nah, you will refer to you as No, bro. Nah, he stays here. He stays here. He stays here.
All right, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High. The man with the gun, or shall I say the idiot, the Neanderthal with the good gun, was 27-year-old Blue Jasmine in Reno, Nevada, who walked up on a group of black people filming a movie on a Saturday in front of the courthouse and approached them with a rifle, talking about why they are protesting. Now, I'm going to play the eyewitness testimony of the guy that you saw recording, but I'm also going to play you a news clip to show you what the news are saying about the incident. Now, they didn't really get into it, so I'll give you a brief overview. This group of black filmmakers and actors were outside of the courthouse holding up signs because the movie is called Wrongfully Convicted. And so they're staging a mock protest as a part of the movie. Now, the gentleman that was filming that man said that a lot of white people were riding by, targeting them, harassing them, thinking that they were really protesting, you know? And so we can't deny the racial component of this all. And I'm going to play you the news clip where the actual producer of the movie is interviewed by the news. Now, this producer was filming the movie. She actually had, you know, a medical reaction to this guy's approaching them on the set of a movie with a gun. Just listen to this.
Did nobody call 911? Did no law enforcement respond? This made the news and we haven't heard nothing about no charges?
This news clip, and then I'm going to play you the eyewitness account of what really happened.
TVN, this is breaking news.
Welcome to 2 News Nevada at 6:30. I'm Jessica McLean. We begin with breaking news tonight. Now, as you can see behind me, we also mentioned in our earlier newscast there is a heavy police presence on Sierra and Court Street. Let's go ahead now and take a live look. Reno police told us officers first responded to a report here of an altercation involving a man with a gun. Now, while officials are saying the suspect allegedly fled into his apartment where he's currently barricaded with a gun, we spoke to witnesses at the scene who shared with us a little bit about what they say they saw and experienced.
And I said, oh my God, I said, he's got a gun. And so everybody turns around and they look and they're like, oh my God, and so some of the guys started approaching him like, what are you doing? And he says, you guys better start running now.
Okay, we're live. What you're seeing right now on the screen with the officer and the K9, it looks like, in fact, they are taking someone into custody at this time. And again, Sierra Street is currently blocked from Island Avenue to Liberty Street. This is a very active scene, and police are asking the public, please at all costs avoid this area. We will continue to keep you updated with further information as the night goes on.
All right, so there you see the news clip. Very short. They didn't even give the name of the guy. They didn't hold his picture up there. They didn't talk about his past. The police even took him alive after a long standoff. Now, I'm going to tell you about the charges a little bit later, what he was charged with. But first, just listen to my...
It seems like white people, white men in particular, successfully have weapons in public, break the law with them, get encountered by law enforcement, and they survive these encounters at an extremely higher rate than black men. Oh, my mama.
A brave young brother. And shout out to the brother who approached them, stared him down, ran him away from the group of people, putting his life on the line, to protect those, who were just innocent out there trying to do a movie project. So just listen to my brother. Shout out to my brother. I'm not going to say your name right now. Hopefully he's going to come on the show and tell us what really happened. But just listen to this account. I caught the tail end of it. I didn't start recording until the tail end of our conversation. But he's going to give you a little bit of the gist of what happened.
Like walking away and talking. But then he stops in the middle of the roadway, like in the middle of the intersection. And I'm like, what's your name? And I thought he said Danny. So in my video footage, I'm like, oh, you're Danny? Danny who? I'm trying to get him to admit who he is. And he keeps saying what sounds like Danny, but he's saying daddy. And then he stops and he said, you know what? I'm your daddy. That's what he says to me while he got this Draco in his hand. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still walking and following him, right, to see where he goes. Man, he went directly to his apartment, which was right on the other side of that intersection, hit the code, and walked in there. And I'm like, oh, well, this is where you live. You got the code. You live here. You know what I'm saying? So my wife and other people, they were screaming because they thought he was going to turn around and shoot me. So you in the background, you can hear everybody like, get back, get away from him, But I was just like, no, I'm walking this man down. I walked him down all the way, to his home. He walked in his home, and then he went and...
Salute, I get it. When you fed up and you purposed and you determined, you can do irrational things, bro. But to walk a man down with a Drake, I don't know what you saw in his eyes. I thank the creator for your survival, bro. But shoot, I ain't even tell you that's not what you're not supposed to do, because you did that was some stand-up took courage to do that. Salute you, bro.
Went wherever. You couldn't really see through the window on my footage or nothing. So we ended up calling the police. Police got there, they came, and they brought out they brought out SWAT team, like military tanks, stuff. They had snipers on the buildings and everything, and it was maybe a 4-hour standoff or so.
I'm so glad the melanated people were doing exactly what they were supposed to. I'm pretty sure they were questioned as to what they were out doing. They probably wanted to see filming permits and all type of shit. But it seemed like our people were doing exactly what they were supposed to do, and the law came and supported them.
And apparently he might have, like from what I heard from Miss Pearls, that he might have discharged the weapon in his apartment as well. It took
drunk ain't
he had to have one of those people talk him down because he barricaded himself in his apartment and I guess was threatening to hurt himself at some point. But they had him surrounded. They found what apartment he was in, got it all surrounded, got everybody out of there, man. I'm talking about they had drones, snipers, all that stuff out there, man. It was a big scene. It was on big thing on the news last night, you know, because this all happened. You know, I'm still traumatized, bro. This is crazy. You know, I'm still traumatized. My wife was she was out there. She was in the movie as well. Everybody that was involved was traumatized. Like, you know, it was crazy because like we could have been underneath the sheets. The way he walked, because he walked up with the assault rifle pointed at us, ready to fire. And then when people noticed, he saw people noticing and started seeing them camera phones come out. Then he kind of like thought about it.
All right, that's all it takes, y'all. That could have been it. This could have been a way bigger story, way more tragic. He was drunk, irrational, on some bush. He got the Drake. Man, if you could really just freeze your brain and slow down and think for a second, bro, that was a traumatic experience. Oh, my mama. Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was pretty deep, and they got him without having to kill him. You know, they got him up out of there. Like you know, like I said, it was all race. It was based off of race. It's just wild like that. We were out there filming a movie, filming a scene, and people thought that the scene was some real like this was what drew the racism out.
Wow.
People saw that it looked like a real BLM protest, so they was like, now all these hateful Trumper types coming out the woodwork, man. It was crazy. It took a long time, man.
Yeah.
I
Rattle the bushes, you see the snakes. Just think about it. The scene was fake, and they was so upset about some black people perhaps protesting, even though it was a film. Look at the reaction. That's deep. Ooh, y'all told on yourselves.
Man, it took a long time. Like I was able. I left to take my wife to work. She had to go to work still. I took her to work and was able to come back and still get footage. So we all of us, me, Pearl, and everybody that was there, and my wife, we all got different angles and different footage with the direct video of me walking up on them, and I'm like telling them, I'm like, you brought a rifle out here? You know, I went from, you know, like, oh, I'm about to die to, you know what, if I am, like, I've nutted up, man, and I just, you know, I just was like, look, and like this is the only way this gonna happen. And if I am gonna catch a bullet, we gonna catch your face, and people gonna see who you was, you know. And at least it would probably deter him from shooting all the other people, because it could have been a lot of casualties out there. It could have been a lot of casualties, and I don't want them to downplay what it is. So part of what I found out, so after they got him, right, so one of the first officers that came to the scene, that came to us and said they were going to get it handled, he came to me at the end, and he spoke to me. Like, the police response was really good. Believe it or not, I was shocked that they, you know, and they don't really be on that, like, the police department out here really don't be on that funny stuff like elsewhere. Like, I'm not used to that, but It's like, I could say I could appreciate that much.
Well, we might as well go on and give that to the Nevada PD, since our people is speaking on them through experience. We have had such a up experience with law enforcement overall. When you hear somebody expressing that, we gotta acknowledge it. Oh, my mama.
But he definitely said that when they went up there, he had a lot. He had a whole cache of guns,
Wow.
not just one. Yeah. So he and they said, they gonna take his computer. I'm like, yeah, y'all make sure y'all take his computer, see if he's affiliated to any of these hate groups.
That's what you told him.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was like,
Did they?
They said they took it. They said they were doing a little bit more deeper, in-depth investigation with him, and they know him because he must have had some kind of it seemed like he had a military background or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah,
they know when they realize they trained them, they know what they be dealing with, and they be feeling sometime a little responsible, I believe. But rest in peace, Christopher Donner. Oh, my mama.
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they did a facial recognition on him, so he popped up on something. Yeah, and they jumped him. Yeah.
Yeah, that tripped me out. I was at work, and I was working a cruise ship, and you know how you come in from international waters, you got to go through customs. And there was a line for people to go through customs where they could walk and show their passport. It was a long line, but then they had a new line, which I'm pretty sure this has been over a year ago, so I'm pretty sure it's normal now, but they was trying out something new. There was another line you could walk by, and the agent was just holding an iPad, and you look in that muff, and okay, you can go. Facial recognition. We living in the future.
Yeah, that's my wife telling me about that part, and I was like, because there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of people involved in this, and you can get to interview all of us, you know what I'm saying, and we can organize where we can all,
Get online.
Get you the firsthand accounts, because there was at least about 10 of us out there. It was at least 10 of us or more that were out there that were right there in the direct line of fire, that were the people that he was aiming at. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say more than half of us pulled out the phones and started recording them.
Okay.
So,
all right. So there you hear it. The brother said that he had a whole cache of guns up there, and the police hopefully took his computer so they can figure out if he was a part of a hate group. But this man walked out, 27-year-old white man walked out, pointed a gun at a group of black people because he thought their movie set was an actual protest. Signs of Kyle Rittenhouse here. And he was charged with 6 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. They said he discharged the firearm in his home. And it's another cookie cutter charge, but he should be charged with terroristic threats, hate crimes. They should lay the gauntlet of charges out for him, because as my brother said, there could have been some casualties. Now, he explained to me they were out shooting the movie. The movie is about somebody's wrongfully convicted. So they got signs up like justice for justice. And he said during that, it brought the racism of people out. People were riding by, shouting things like this. And then this guy walks up and was like, "What are you doing protesting in my neighborhood? You're too close to my..." Once again, you
think he is? Yeah, they need to give him some more charges. Hate crimes should definitely be included. On my mama.
We've seen 3 or 4 stories within the past couple of days of white people saying, "What are you doing in my neighborhood?" Not to mention this whole country was stolen by white people. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So the brothers approached him, was like, "Nah, we shooting a movie and stuff."
They finna start telling you that about traditionally predominantly black neighborhoods, because I've been seeing gentrification like crazy. I'm talking about straight lily white families in shopping centers where I've never seen them. And they look and dressed and they're moving like they're not traveling. Seem like they're doing their everyday business in shopping centers that they never, ever, ever had white families occupying. It looks different.
And, he was obviously drunk, and he told him he would be back. Now, my brother said, ain't nobody sweating him, you know what I mean? But he literally came back with a military-style rifle and pointed it at a group of black people. And so, shout out to those, and I think we're going to have some more footage coming soon. The lady, Miss Pearl Johnson, I think that is, she is the producer of the film.
That's a real OG black lady name. Pearl Johnson. Auntie Pearl. Sister Pearl. Sister Johnson. Old Pearly. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
We may be having her because this was a traumatic experience. Like the guy, like nobody expects to be out doing something productive and have a military style weapon pointed at them. And so this is just, and this happened in Reno, Nevada, as the brother said, the police handled it, but I wonder why he was, they didn't fear for their life with all of those cachet of guns he had in there, So
yeah, it took them hours to extract them. They wouldn't fear their life. That's why they had drones and robots and bulletproof body armor. Oh, my mama.
This is just a little bit of that story. Once again, this just happened May 3rd. Now it's today is Sunday, so that was one day ago. And there's little national information, but we wanted to bring this story to light, and we're going to keep the story in the light as we hear from more victims.
Well, over here on the Black Box, we doing our part. We're going to keep up with the story. I followed up to your channel. You can count on us. Just like Neighborhood Nip told me, he knew I could count on me. He said, I could count on you. Out of here.
Tupac of my generation, Pac was highly intelligent. But in our culture, street culture, especially in his generation, intelligence was viewed as a form of weakness. How do you get the people that's really affected by what we're trying to solve involved?
Mathematical mode, marathoning, making moves, taking the heartbreaking news, make major breaking news. Nephews, nieces, siblings, seeds, stay confused, waking up, shaking, aching, praying that it's April Fool's. Chosen child from the now, stakes is huge. Snakes and fake styling the gate, it's too late to choose. These violent visions gave victory, paid your dues. Motivated, demonstrated, elevated views. Truths don't die, we multiply. I ain't make the rules. Self-medicate, meditate, celebrate the blues. Neighborhood, roller coaster, you can take the cruise, I'm good. Blue laces, suede Puma's favorite shoes. Jesus to the generations, you never save me on my babies. Most beautiful gift Pluto ever gave me. For such a precious life, who decides price? I couldn't view the slides twice, cause they crucified Christ.
Like good in that puzzle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
It's Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke, on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
continue. My competition, never seeing him. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Eastie, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!